The meaning of band one is that you are a very needy person, of course, based on the what you'll have presented. I'll be talking about that in a few. So in band one, if you are placed in band one, then the scholarship you get from the government is 70%. The loan you get from the government is 30%. And the household you are supposed to pay is 0%. Now, what goes to the fees is the first three components we are mentioning there. That is the scholarship, the loan, and the household. So if you are in band one, it simply means that the government pays for you 70%, the loan pays for you 30%. So the household or the money that the parent or you as a student is supposed to pay towards the fees will be 0%. Kumaanisha hakuna fee unalipa. Serikali inakulipia scholarship na loan. But remember, you must apply. If you don't apply, then there's no way that, because now if you fail to apply, no one will know which band you are. You apply for both scholarship and loan so that you are categorized and you are given the band that you are supposed to pay. So band one, 70%. So if, for example, you are doing education arts, because that is what I've said we are going to use as an example. The fees that you are supposed to pay is 0%. Hakuna pesa utalipa, provided you have applied for government, scholarship, and loan. So the government will pay 70% of that fees by scholarship, 30% by loan. 70 plus 30 is 100. Your fee is paid. Apart from that, if you are in band one, the government is going to give you a loan of upkeep of 60,000 shillings. Now, this 60,000 is for 1 year. And in one academic year, we have 2 semesters. So you'll be given 30%, 30,000 the first semester, and then 30,000 the second semester. I hope you have noted that. If you are placed in band two, the scholarship is 60%, the loan is 30%, and the household is the money that is paid by the student or the guardian or the parent, whoever is going to be paying your fees. So if you are categorized under band two, the government pays 60 scholarship, 30% loan. If you add the two, that is 90%. That means you as a student, of course, you now tell your parent what we are supposed to pay as fees is 10% of what is indicated as fees. So if you have been called to do education arts, 10% of 183,600 is 18,300 18,360. So that means if you have been called to do Bachelor of Education Arts, the fees that you are supposed to pay if you are in band two, the whole year is 18,360. Since we have 2 semesters, you'll be able to pay half of this money in each semester. That means if you are doing education arts, that means you pay per semester 9,180. Apart from that, the government is going to give you 55,000 scholarship upkeep. Now, this upkeep again is divided into two. Half of it will come in the first semester, the other half comes in the second semester. So that means if you are getting 55,000 as upkeep, if you divide by two, that is around 27,500. So first semester you'll get 27,500, the second semester 27,500. Now this money is for upkeep, but you can still use this money to pay your fees. That means if you have 27,500, you can get 9,180 from that upkeep and you pay your fees. You remain with the rest. Yeah, then you use that for upkeep in terms of paying your hostel, buying a few, buying food, buying some teaching material that you'll be requiring in your various programs. Then you go to band three. If you are placed in band three, the government will give you a scholarship of 50% and a loan of 30%. So the government is going to pay 80% because those first two belong to the government. That means the remaining amount of fees, ndio 100, is 20%. That 20% is paid by the household. So if you are in band three, that means you are supposed to pay as you or parent or guardian 20% to now have all your fees paid. If you are doing education arts, 20% I think is 36,720. Yes, I have calculated. So band three, 20% that the household is supposed to pay is 36,720. And again, we are saying these fees, you can pay half the first semester, another half the second semester. That means those who are in band three and are doing education arts, 20% is 36,720. First semester, you pay 18,360. The second semester, you pay 18,360. So I'm giving you how to calculate. Then for the in band three, you will get an upkeep of 50,000 shillings. Again, you divide by two because you have the two semesters. You will get 25,000 the first semester and 25,000 the second semester. And this money again, based on where the family you come from, you will be in consultation with your parent so that you see how you can utilize this money, either all of it for upkeep or you assist your parents to pay some of the fees, and the parent can chip in when it comes to upkeep. Yeah, upkeep in terms of buying food, paying the rent, buying teaching and learning materials. Then band four, the scholarship is 40%, the loan is 30%, and household is 30%. So in this one here, the government is paying a total of 70%. Scholarship is 40, loan is 30, so the government pays 70% of your fees. So the 30% belongs to the student. So again, it's only the matter of calculating 30% of your fees ni ngapi unafanya, because all of you I think mlifanya hesabu. Ukipata hiyo, divide by 2. That is what you are supposed to pay each semester. Yeah. The same case when you go to band 5, the government pays a scholarship of 30%, the loan of 30%, that comes to 60%. That means the household is supposed to pay 40%. And 40%, unasema 40% of the fees in your admission letter. You get that fees, divide by 2. That is what you're supposed to pay every semester. And then again, the upkeep is there. Band 4 upkeep is 45,000 per year. Band 5, the upkeep is 40,000 per year. Again, you divide by 2 to know how much you'll be getting in every semester. So this one here, remember and keep note that you have to apply for the funding so that you are categorized and you are given or awarded that scholarship and the loan. So I think I'll leave this here because we'll still be having more interactions where we'll still be talking about this. And those who are here now, those who have understood, kindly help others. Those who are in Tharaka University or those who have been placed at Tharaka University, and even those who have been placed in other universities, assist them to understand this particular model so that they're able to understand how much they'll be paying if they are placed in a certain band. Yeah, even as they apply for the funding through HEF. Thank you very much. Let me now go to something else because I also want to take you through. I want to take you through another document. Um, just a minute. I open the document. Yes. Again, Frederick, can you confirm if you're able to see what I'm sharing?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I can say yeah.
Yes. The checklist for application for scholarship, eh?
Yes, yes, sure, sure.
Thank you very much. Now, from tomorrow, the portal for applying for scholarship and loan is going to be officially open, and you'll be required to apply for scholarship and loan. When you apply, normally what happens is that you submit your application in a way that I'm going to explain shortly here. And the key things when you are applying for this scholarship and loan, the key thing is that you need to be very truthful in the information that you're going to be giving to the HEF, that is the funding board and help. The reason why I'm saying that is when you give wrong information, this portal is connected to so many systems. This portal where you are applying your loan is connected to, it is fetching information from NEC. It is fetching information that you are using in your primary and secondary school. It is fetching information from the registry department where you have, your national IDs being produced. So because when you're applying for anything in this country, for example, the national ID, remember you give the details of your parents. So it will be fetching those details, such that if you give the wrong information in terms of, let's say you give the name of or you fake a parent, your parent is there and your parent is working, but because you want to appear as if you are poor, you give the name of somebody who is poor. Already this system has all the information. When you are being asked to give information, this system already has a channel to get or to verify all the information that you'll be giving. And the moment you give wrong information, the more you'll be categorized in the bands where you are supposed to pay a bigger household amount. Another thing is check where you're going to be making your application. If in your family there is someone who has a laptop and is very good in a computer, because I know some of you have siblings who are in the university, who are in colleges, who are working and are very good with the computer. If you have such people, kindly use them so that you are able to submit your application, in the correct format and when the information is correct. Sometimes when you go to the cyber, ensure, or those who will be going to the cyber, ensure that don't leave the cyber or the cyber person with the document and tell him, apply for me and you go. Stay there, make sure that in every process, the correct information is being given. Because again, I'm talking about correct information and really highlighting and underscoring the importance of giving correct information. Because last year we had so many people who are put in the bans where probably the amount of money that they are supposed to pay as households, they were seeing it as something that was becoming a burden, and it is because they provided wrong information during the application process. Now, the checklist for application of scholarship. So by tomorrow, what do you need to have equipped yourself with so that you are able to uh, apply for this scholarship smoothly? So I have what you need there, and I will be sharing this also through the WhatsApp group. Number one, you need a valid email address. That means if you don't have an email address, kindly open an email address. You have an option to open a Gmail, a Gmail email address. You have You can open a Yahoo email address, but I think normally Gmail is the one that works, faster. I can say in most of the applications and with little complications. So, but whichever the one that you feel is okay for you to open, just open an email address. So you can use Gmail or you can use Yahoo or any other. Because I know here we have some people who are already good in IT or they have good IT skills. Number two, I'm hoping by now those who have IDs, they have a valid telephone number that is registered in their names. If you don't have an ID yet, then have a phone number that is registered in your parents or guardian's name. I think that is very important because these are some of the things that will be required when you shall be applying for this funding. Number three, your KCP and KCSE index numbers are important, and also the year of examination. So when you're going to apply, have your KCP certificate or result slip, KCSE certificate or result slip, and also, of course, you know the year that you did your KCSE or KCP. Those will be required. Another one, you'll be required to have a passport size photo, and this one needs to be in soft copy. This one is very easy because nowadays we have the smartphones, so it's only a matter of taking a photo and ensuring that it is in the right size. Of course, during the application, you'll be seeing that whenever you are told to upload a photo, it needs to be a certain size and of a certain quality that will be assisted by the people who have done IT and these people I'm saying within your family or in a cyber cafe. Number four, a copy of your national ID for those who have. Then you'll also you are required to have a university admission letter. And that's why I'm saying you need to do online registration and download the admission letter from our website after you have done the online registration, because that is going to be needed or you'll be required to upload when you will be applying for scholarship. Then you also need to have your birth certificate. More so those who don't have the national ID, you'll be required to use the birth certificate. But even those who have the national ID, kindly make sure that you have your birth certificate with you. Then you will also be required to have your parents' registered telephone number. So because there's a place where you are supposed to put the telephone numbers of your parents. So also make sure you have that. Also have your parents' national ID numbers. You'll be required also to input them at some point. Those who are orphans or those who don't have one, those who lost maybe one parent or both, you'll be required to have the death certificate, if any, of your parent if he or she is deceased. And if you don't have the death certificate and your parent is deceased, kindly go and get a letter from your chief indicating that your parent is deceased. It is important because these are some of the things that are going to be used to categorize you, because of course it's obvious that somebody who lost or don't have the parents or who parents are deceased is of course going to be requiring more assistance than the person whose parents are there. So it's important that those documents you have. Number or the next one is two guarantors ID numbers and the registered telephone numbers. Since you are applying for loan and scholarship, the guarantors are normally needed because of the loan part, and these guarantors are supposed to be the people that know you. So these people, you need to approach them before you set on to apply your scholarship and the loan or apply for funding, talk to two people who are going to be your guarantors. Inform them that you're going to be applying for a scholarship and loan for your university education, and tell them that they'll be getting a prompt message, because when you apply for this funding, the guarantors that you give, these guarantors are going to be prompted. There's a message that is going to be sent to them to accept to be your guarantors. So before you put someone there, kindly inform them, talk to them, so that when they are prompted by HEF or HELP or the funding board to accept to be your guarantors, they'll already be having the information, and they'll, of course, assist you as they agreed. So have those two guarantors, talk to them, and inform them in time. Lastly, you need to have a copy of the sponsorship letter if you are sponsored in secondary school. There are people who are needy and they went to national schools, they went to extra county schools or private schools or any other school or even a day school, but they were being sponsored either by Equity, either by KCB, yeah, and many other sponsors, yeah. Maybe there is a company which was sponsoring them. Now, that letter of sponsorship is very important, because if the government or the HEF, the funding board, knows that you are being sponsored, you are a needy student who are being sponsored, it will be very easy for them to put you in the red category, having that evidence of you having been sponsored when you were in secondary school. So it's very important that you have all this with you before you embark on the process of application of now that means tomorrow when this portal
And so I guess the registrar was a bit dropped off because of network. You will please kindly wait. And as you do that, please continue putting in your questions in the chat, and they will be answered and addressed in due course during the questions and answers. So hopefully you can get me. And yeah, sure. So we can see you can hear me. So John, registrar, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Hello, Kevin.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, I was just telling people that you're just coming back. The,
Yes.
the,
I don't know
the
how long. I don't
students.
know how long I got disconnected.
Yeah, I think it was not too long. You were still talking about the aspects of when the portal opens tomorrow. That is the funding portal. So maybe can just like maybe we lost you for around like two minutes, two minutes or
Okay.
three. Yeah.
Okay. Let me then finish up. Thank you for that. Hey, so I want to share. I don't know why I'm not able to share.
You're not able to share. Let me see. Let me see. But I'm seeing you as co-host. I'm not seeing the ability to make it presenter. You can see make presenter and make presenter. Try to share them now.
Okay. I'm trying, but still not able to share. I don't know why.
What is it saying?
When I try to share, uh, is there anything that you're able to see?
Not yet, not yet. And- but maybe it might be coming through for others.
I don't know why.
Uh, just kindly confirm just before we do that, kindly confirm that you can hear both of us. You can put a yes in the chat
Yes,
just to
I can
confirm.
hear you.
Okay. I'm talking about like I was confirming with the students. Thank you,
Okay.
Alex. Mm, thank you. Thank you, everyone who was saying that we can hear us. So if you can't hear us, make sure you join audio. But the good thing is the session is also being recorded.
Kevin, I'm still sharing and I'm not able to.
Let me see. Let me try to. Um, Freddie, I don't know whether Freddie can hear us. I'm not saying he hasn't joined audio. He could have seen. But let me try to make you host and see whether that
Yes.
will help you.
Okay.
Try that now.
It's still not being able to share. Can I log out and log in again?
Yes, 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 yeah. Just log out and log in because now if I
Yes.
made you host and you're not able, yeah, okay,
Yeah, let me log out. Then I come in again.
okay. Okay, as that goes on, maybe let's see what is on your charts. Uh, so just confirm that you can. I can see most of people are confirming that you can hear us. So if you're not getting, please increase the volume of your device, and I can see maybe you can answer some of the questions that can be answered.
So Kevin, I'm back now.
Okay, maybe try to. Okay, let me see. Make presenter. And let's also make you co-hosts.
Yes, I
Yes.
think
So
I can.
try
Yes,
to.
it's now. I've shared. I think it's now
Okay.
accepted to
Oh
share.
yeah, I can now see. Please go on. Okay.
Yes. So before this presentation, I was presenting the checklist on what we are supposed to have, or not we are supposed to have for just a minute.
I don't know whether you can still hear John because I can't hear you. Maybe you can confirm.
Yes, I'm here, Kevin.
Okay. Okay. Oh, good.
Yes,
Oh,
I
I
was
thought you were
checking on something.
gone
Yes,
silent.
yes.
Oh, okay. 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 I was thinking maybe you've gone silent and you are still thinking
No,
that we can hear you. Please go on.
no, I'm
Okay.
here. I had muted because I was talking to
Okay.
the dean of
Oh, okay.
students who
Okay.
was supposed to be here. Was
Okay.
giving his
No.
apologies.
Okay. No worries.
So
Please go on.
yes, thank you. Let me go on. Yeah. So before this, I was talking or presenting about the checklist, and I've given the checklist of all the things that we are supposed to have before tomorrow. That is before you start applying for your scholarship and loan. And we'll be sharing that so that you have that document because it is just a PDF. So you'll be checking it anytime. You'll be, checking it in your phone, in your WhatsApp, and even assisting other students whom you have been together called to either this university or even other universities. Now, I want us to go through the application portal and some of the things that you'll be required to I mean, the process, step by step process. So when you get all the documents or all what you require to use to apply for the scholarship, you will log in or you'll visit www.hef.co.ke or www.uf.go.ke or www.help.co.ke and click on the student portal. So the one that I'm going to really say that you go through is www.hef.co.ke because that is the one that is now comprehensively being used for application of both scholarship and loan. So that is the first step. You visit that student portal in that particular website that we are saying. Then you register. So you register. So the email that we said you need to have is what is going to be required here. So you need a valid email for you to do registration. So then of course um, you click register because of course all of you already don't have the account. So you register if you don't have the account. So you click down here where we have register. The number two, you confirm whether you have your national IDs, of course, because the national ID is mandatory for loan application uh, and for students who are above 19 years old. So if you are 19 years and above, not just above 19. If you are 19 years, actually, if you are 18 years and above, because anybody who is 18 going up, you cannot apply for the loan if you don't have the ID. But that doesn't mean that those who are below 18 are not will not be able to actually apply for loan. They'll be able to apply for the loan. Anybody who is above below 18 years, they will use the KCSE index number. Yeah, because okay, I think I'll show you that. So we are saying confirm whether you have your national ID. Of course, most of you I know by now have their IDs. So there is a place where you'll specify if you have a national ID number. So of course you'll say yes if you have. You'll say no if you don't have one. And if you don't have one, there's a place where you'll be prompted to input your KCSE index number. But if you have your ID, then you'll put your ID number there. Then we continue. So after you enter your ID, that is if you have, then you'll see these particular prompt boxes there. So ID number, first name as per the ID, you'll put the ID there. Type of the ID, Kenyan or foreign, you'll put there because also sometimes there are foreign students coming into our universities. Then after that, you'll now be told to specify the KCSE exam year. Again, these are things which I said you need to, of course, be knowing. The KCSE index number and the KUSIPS program code. Now, that is something that I wanted to also say. Now, when you go to the KUSIPS portal, I know there are some who haven't gone there. We have the KUSIPS portal where you applied for placement, where you log in using your KCSE index number and the primary or the KCP index number. Or some of you are using the birth certificate number. Now, when you go there, for every program that you have been admitted into the university, there is a KUPS program code. Some will say KUSIPS, some will say KUPS, KUCCPS program code. That program is very critical because if you enter a wrong code in the KUPS program code, then you might be or the system might actually sense that you are a self-sponsored student. So kindly, I'll be sharing all our KUPS program code. Yes, I'll be sharing because I know the person who will be applying for the funding will have already done the online registration. Kindly, in our notice board, we will have all our program codes for all the programs. So your work is ukishafika hapo, log into the students portal, go to the notice board and check the KUPS program codes, open that Excel, check your program and you'll see the KUPS program code for your program so that everybody enters the correct KUPS program code. So we are saying the KCSE exam year, KCSE index number, and KUPS program code. When you click validate, remember I've said this system is connected to NEC and all other systems. It will validate and check if what you are giving is correct. If it is not correct, then either it will put you as a self-sponsored or it will tell you that this information is not correct. So let's continue. Then we come to 4. Step 4 is where you enter a valid email address and password. So you'll now enter, remember we are creating an account. You enter a valid email address and password. And then in step 5, you have successfully created an account. So you get a prompt where you are told you have now successfully created an account. Check your email to activate your account. So that is the process of creating the account. So in creating that account, you need the KCSE exam here, you need the your KCSE index number, you need the COOPS program code, you need your ID, yeah, to create that account. So once you create the account, you'll now go to your email, which you provided, then you activate, yeah. So check your email, and sometimes if you check your email and you're not seeing that email from HEF or from Higher Education Loans Board, please check your spam or junk within your email so that you're able to get that link or the activation code where you click for your account to be activated. Once your account is activated, you'll now be ready to log in into your portal and now apply for the funding. So once you activate, you now go to log in to your account, you enter your email address and you enter your password. Yeah. When you do that, you'll be prompted to enter a valid mobile number. Remember, at this point, you have the account has been created, you have logged in. So upon logging in, you'll be told enter a valid mobile number. And this the place where I said you have to use a mobile number or a telephone number that you have registered using your ID number, or that you have registered using your parents or your guardian ID number. You only use the mobile number registered under the parent or guardian if you are below 18 years. Anybody above 18 years, you have to use a mobile number that is registered under your name. Yeah, under your name. So when you do that, there'll be a verification code that will be sent to your mobile number, because sometimes you can enter the number incorrectly. So there'll be a verification code which will come to your phone so that you verify that what you have entered is the correct number. Because these are matters to do with the money that is supposed to come as scholarship, as loan, as upkeep, where the government doesn't want this money to go to the wrong numbers. So you verify that number there. And from there, we now go to the next step, step 10. So what we are saying here, sometimes because of the network, the verification code might delay. So if that verification code delays or expires, kindly click back to change the telephone number, yeah, or you can click resend. Okay, if the telephone number you entered was wrong and you're not getting the verification code, click back and then change the telephone number. If the verification code delays, yeah, then click resend so that another code is sent to you so that you're able to do the verification. Now, after you have done the verification, your account is now ready. From there, step 11 is you now fill your profile. So in your profile, you'll be required to give the personal details pertaining yourself as the applicant or as the student. So you'll be required to give the names, for the name, that is the first name, the middle name, the last name, whichever that you have, the KCC ID, or KCC index number, birth certificate number, date of birth, telephone number, all those. Those are the personal details. And in case of anything, these are details which you can update as time goes by, because we have some who don't have IDs now. So once you get your national ID, these are the things which you can go back and update whenever that or the information changes. Then you'll be told to update your biodata. So you can click get started and put all the information that will be required to put. You'll be required to input the details of the high school you were, the guarantors, whom we said you need to have contacted them before, yeah, and all that. So you'll fill the permanent resident, yeah, there, um, and give all this information. And there's a place where you'll give the consent, yeah, because right now we have the issues on securing the data of everybody, including students who are getting into the university. So since you are giving personal data, there's a place where you'll have to click on where you agree, you consent that you are giving this data to HEF, that is the higher education funding, to keep for the purpose of funding your studies. So you are saying you'll provide the national ID information, current residence, the primary school you attended, the high school you attended. Then, of course, you'll complete by now filling in the institutional details of the university that you are joining. For this case, you'll fill in the information of Tharaka University. Now, at that point there, you need to be really careful because you need to give the correct information there, because there are some who give wrong information, even the wrong course. And again, the moment you give the wrong details, there's a possibility that the system can categorize you into the wrong band, or put you as a self-sponsored, or it can lead to your scholarship or loan disbursement delaying. So the more accurate information you give, the easier or the early your money is going to be processed and is going to be given both to the university and to you in terms of upkeep. So you are saying there's a place where you give the institutional details, the institutional name. You simply click and select. Then for admission category, public university, you just click there and select. Then we have the mode of study, type of course. So all this will be assisted because we'll be having our staff standby even as you are doing that for any assistance that you may need. Then there's a place where you'll fill your parents' details. And this is where you'll be required to upload. If they are deceased, you'll be required to upload the death certificate. Yeah. So you'll fill all that there. Then after now doing everything, you'll submit your scholarship or loan request. And when you are submitting, kindly make sure you tick, there'll be two boxes. Yes. When you are applying, there'll be two boxes. There'll be a box for scholarship and there'll be a box for loan. So tick all of them. So this one here, I think the one for the scholarship is covered. Tick the box for help loan and you tick the box for scholarship. Because if you don't tick one, then the help will treat that as you are applying only for one, e.g. maybe loan or scholarship, because we have some students who come from very good backgrounds who don't need either scholarship or loan. Yeah. But I know most of you require scholarship and loan. Kindly tick the box for scholarship and also the box for loan. So when after doing that, you'll now, yeah, after taking the scholarship and help, then you'll save and you'll submit. Once you submit this request uh, for for loan and scholarship, there is something that you'll print out from the system. Yeah. But before that, maybe there's something that I'm skipping here. There is another step where you have to put the details of the guarantors. And I think I'd already talked about this. So you'll put the details of the guarantors in terms of the ID number, the full name, telephone number, occupation address, and an address. And then once you do that, they will be prompted in their phones and they have to accept. And that's why I said you have to talk to them first. So once you finish, you'll do verification, and then now you'll submit your loan application. And upon submitting, so you'll click submit. So once you submit, there is something that will be sent into your email. You'll be sent a PDF showing the summary of your application and showing exactly what you have applied for, if it is both the loan and scholarship. And that document in PDF, which will be sent in your email, will be approved that you have now applied for scholarship and loan. Before you get that PDF, kindly make sure that all the parts that you are supposed to complete within the application process, you have completed. If there is any document that you're supposed to upload, you have uploaded. If there's a place where you're supposed to upload your passport photographs, you have uploaded. And eventually you submit and ensure that you have that email with the PDF telling you or informing you that you have successfully applied for scholarship or loan, and it will be having the summary details of the university, the program, and what you have applied for. And after applying, you'll now wait for a period of around 1 month. And the government, through the ministry, has communicated that by 31st of July, that is next month, end of next month, already the data will have been analyzed. All of you would have been by then categorized into different bands, and as a university, we'll get that information and we shall communicate to each individual on the amount, the band that they have been placed based on the level of need and the amount of money that they're supposed to pay as a household, which we have taken you through. So I think I don't want to speak too much. This being our first meeting, we'll have such meetings again and again to assist every student to ensure that all of us are doing the correct thing, that all of us are applying for this funding in the correct way, and to make sure that we are together and the process of you joining the Tharaka University is successful. So I think with that, I think I'll stop there so that I give room just for a few people to ask maybe some few questions that we shall answer. And then after that, then we shall close our meeting, and we shall be meeting soon. So maybe let me give this time to Kevin Tuwe. Thank you very much. I can see some people who are appreciating the presentation. Thank you very much. So let me give Kevin Tuwe this chance to lead us in the questions and answer session.
Okay, thank you
Kevin
so
Tuwe?
much. Thank you so much. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. So let's go through the bit of questions before we close the session. So I've seen a number of questions. I'll be directing them, and you'll be able to guide me on how they can be answered. So just start from the top, from the very start where we started. And if there's one that has already been answered, we'll also not repeat them if they've already. So Evans was saying when he joined, he was saying, I'm trying to log into the student portal, but it's not going through. Maybe you can tell us more context, Evans, so that we know what did you get, what was the error message, because it's very difficult to assist without knowing what the issue is. But I think Evans was also, I think you got Frederick. Freddie helped share that, and I'm also seeing the next question. Is it a must I enter my ID number? I think that one is also being handled by Freddie on that. Let me just see if there's one that is related to what we have. John, Registrar, please tell us, is the application for help loan ready to be applied? And when could this happen? That is in terms of all these loans, the scholarship, okay, loans, the help loan and the scholarship.
Yes,
When will
repeat again.
this happen? So the
Yes.
when will this when will the application for help open?
Okay. So the application, maybe I can
Mhm,
answer this straight. The application will open tomorrow, or
mhm,
rather, it's supposed to open tomorrow. That is the communication that was given by the ministry, and I know HEF and HELP are working very hard to open that portal tomorrow.
mhm. Yeah. So I think
So
that
we are
one is
expecting it to open tomorrow. If not tomorrow, any day from tomorrow. Thank you.
yeah, I can see also my results are tomorrow to 31st of July. And another is asking them about this. So can parents be our guarantors?
No, the parent cannot be the guarantor.
Mhm.
You have to get somebody else as guarantor. The parents are normally, because the parents come in as guardians or parents. So you put somebody else to be your guarantors. You can have your teachers in high school, your brother, your uncle, and such.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the same thing, there's I think a question from this person is asking. Now, if I'm over 18, maybe it's just scrolling. If I'm over 18 and I don't have an ID, is it the parent who's going to pay all the fees?
Now, if you are above 18 and you don't have the ID, that one, because you are supposed, if you are above 18, it is a procedure or a normal procedure for somebody to apply an ID the moment they are 18 years or they are approaching 18 years. So if you are above 18 years, then that means you need to hurry up and get your ID or apply and get the ID. And this application process is not going to be closed probably up to around somewhere around November or October. So you'll be updating. So that means you apply if you have not applied for the ID, so that by the time we are reaching even September, your ID, either you'll have gotten it or it will be almost being processed and given to you so that you're able to update. Remember, I said the profile can be updated. Those who don't have the IDs will apply, but then with the time they will have to update. So those who don't have the IDs and are above 18, you will apply for scholarship first, and then later, after you get the ID, that is when you now apply for loan.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. There's also someone was asking, mm, she was asking that, let me see, it is here. It's about the, okay, mm, it's scrolling up. So I'm just paraphrase. She was asking about, I think he was asking about like the parent, doesn't have the details of the other parent. Do they have, that they supposed to have two parents when applying? They have to indicate two
No, no,
parents.
there's a yeah, no, there's a provision there to indicate if you
Mhm,
have one parent or two. Of course, the social
mhm,
dynamics of our community is known. There are people who come from
mhm,
parents, families where we have single parents. There are some who come from families where there is one parent, another one is deceased, or both, yeah, or just one parent
mhm.
is there. Huyo mwingine hajulikani. So all that is going to be, there is a provision for all that.
Thank you. And also, I'll just reiterate that Frederick has also shared his contact. So anything related to portal login issues, please direct it to him. We're not going to handle it
Maybe maybe
as
I can
here.
I can I can say something about the
Yeah,
portal.
yeah, sure.
Now, there are some people who have not done online registration. If you have not done the online registration, you will not be able to log into your portal, because that portal is created automatically when you do online registration. That is number one. Number two, um, when you are doing the online registration, what you provide as the national ID, because there's a place where you're supposed to input your national ID. If you don't have a national ID, then we were saying you put the birth certificate number. What you the number that you put there is what you're supposed to use as your password. And there are some people who are using even different numbers other than the ID numbers or the birth certificate number. So the number you put there is the number that you're supposed to use as your password.
Okay, thank you. Paul was asking, do you need the KRA pin for your guarantors?
No, because this time around, Paul, what happens is that the system is going to check all those details. The system is going to extract huko ndani peke yake. So what is only needed is the phone number and the ID number. Ukiweka ID number, remember after you have input the guarantor's details, there is a place where you click validate or verify. When you click that, the system is going to check if they have the KRA pins. Sawa sawa. So the system is going to check the KRA pins and it is going to sort that out.
Okay. There's another one regarding the same. Another is asking almost similar. Does one need to have a KRA as well as maybe a bank account open, whether it is KCB or Equity, before applying for the health loan as well as the scholarship?
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, you need the KRA pin, and also you need the account number. Maybe that is something that maybe I didn't say. Now, among the things that you are required to have, you are required to have either a bank account, yes, or a valid phone number, because the money for the upkeep is going to be sent to you. So this money is going to be sent either via the phone number, a valid phone number, or via a bank account that you will provide. Hence, you'll be required to have either a bank account or a valid phone number. Those who are below 18, whom I've said they'll be allowed to apply for both scholarship and loan. Now, for these people, they'll be required to open a bank account with Post Bank. Post Bank. If you are below 18 years, haujapata ID, kindly organize to open an account with Post Bank so that your money will come through there. But remember, even if you are below 18, that time when you will have turned 18, you will be required to have your ID, update your details, and now the money will now be sent either still through the same Post Bank or now a number that you will have registered after getting the ID.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Registrar. There's one more question that has been coming a lot of times about changing course. Maybe we can just reiterate that how the modalities of maybe changing from one course to another.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, changing of the course, that one should not hinder anybody from applying for funding. Now, when you apply for these funds, remember we are using a system. Sio kama zile za kitambo where you are applying using documents yenye lazima mtu apitie sijui. This time around, most of these things are done via the system. If you have been called, for example, to do Bachelor of Arts, but you want to, upon reporting, you want to apply to change and do Bachelor of, let's say, Education Science, or let's say you want to do BCom, yeah, Bachelor of Commerce, or you want to do by criminology. Now, once you report, what we'll do is there'll be a window that hoops will open for doing the inter-faculty transfer or inter-course transfer. So once you are here, Then open that portal. Again, you'll do it through the COOPS portal. You log in, you will apply, they'll validate. Then upon validating, what happens is that that information is going to be sent by COOPS to the funding board, and the funding board is going to update the program that you are in. So for now, from tomorrow, you will apply for funding using the program that you have been admitted in. If you have been admitted to do ECDE, Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, use that. If you have been admitted to do BCom, use that. If you have been admitted to do Bachelor of Education Science, use exactly what you have been admitted to apply for funding. But then after you come and then you do a course change, then KUSIPS will send that data automatically to the funding board, and they will update the money that is going to come to fit the new program that you have transferred to. I think that one answers that.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we covered the question that is in the chat. Maybe if there's one would like to, maybe one or two people would like to ask the question through unmuting, you can raise your hand, and maybe we can give you an opportunity to ask your question live before we close the session. So first of all, I'd like to thank you. Thank you so much for making time. All the 50 plus people who are here. Again, the session is also being recorded for just those who are going to, who might have missed this session. And we'll also avail that through the notice board and also all the other platforms where you can be found. Yes, Willie, we will give you an opportunity. You can unmute. Yes. Yes, Willie.
Yes, 2022. John alikuwa ameniambia atanisaidia, itaenda aje?
Yes, you're saying?
Ulikuwa umenipigia, kuna vile msee wa cyber alimes.
Oh, tuliongea na wewe.
Yeah.
So there's no problem. We'll assist you in don't worry, we'll assist you. Because your case already I know and I forwarded to help, and I'll follow it up.
So mimi kesho nisi apply.
No, you'll have to apply. What you'll do,
Yeah.
I think that one will communicate. Then I'll see how I'll link you up with help so that you are assisted. Sini sawa?
Asa, thank you.
Yes, karibu.
Yes, then there was a question about you clarifying about Postbank. Maybe just clarify that part.
Oh, yes. So the issue on Postbank, now, when you don't have an ID, you cannot open an account with KCB. You cannot open an account with Equity unless you open a junior account. And a number of times, opening a junior account, you can a bit of challenges, because also those junior accounts, most of the time, sometimes help hawako ready kupeleka pesa huko and all that. Now, Postbank, I think, have some working relation with help, and they agreed to support those students who don't have the IDs. So they are going to be opened an account using the parents' IDs and a Postbank. So anybody who is underage, like the previous group or the previous cohort, those who didn't have the IDs and were underage, they were assisted through the opening of the account with Postbank, and their upkeep money were channeled to them through the Post bank account. And remember, this Post bank, you only go to open an account where they are. But then in terms of getting the money, nowadays using the phone applications and using the SDKs, ile a star maybe 5 something or 6 something, you will be able to get the money where you are, hata kama hakuna Post bank. So once you open an account, you know, your money is going to reach you wherever you are. Kevin? Hello, Kevin? Yes, I'm not seeing Kevin. Let me see. Mm, so I'm going through the chats. Let me just see if there are more questions here that probably needs us to answer. There's somebody saying now that I don't have an ID and I'm over 18, kaa hazitakuwa zimetoka by reporting date. Will I report with any fee? The fees that you are supposed to report with, again, I'm saying this so that all of us are get clearly. The fees that you are supposed to report with is the household, your percentage ya household. Unaangalia fee yako, then the household, because all these are, the other fees is going to be sorted out by the government if you have applied for scholarship and loan. So during the reporting, we shall be keen on the contribution of the household, the money that you're supposed to pay, provided you have applied for government scholarship and loan. So those who don't have the IDs, I think we'll deal with your cases and we'll be patient as we wait for your IDs. But also make sure that you follow up with your ID so that if you are above 18, so that your ID is out by around September, or if it delays by October, so that we assist you to process the rest of the scholarship or loan that is pending. Kevin?
Yes,
There is
yes,
someone asking.
John.
Yes,
Yes,
you can
please
continue
go
with the
on.
moderation. There is
Yes,
somebody
yes,
asking,
yes.
what if
There's
you have
someone.
an ID but you don't want to open a bank account? Is it wrong to use
Mhm.
the phone? No, 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 no. Actually, if you have a phone registered in your name, that one will be used to channel your money. So you don't have to open a bank account. If you have an ID and you have a phone registered in your ID, that will sort it out. You will actually be given that money using because during the registration or application, you will be asked, do you wish to get your money via your phone or via a bank account? If it is via phone, you indicate there, then you'll get your money via your phone. Someone is saying, if I will apply for loan after reporting to school, is there any problem? There's a problem because when you report, if you not have applied for loan or scholarship, then how shall we admit you? Because you see, there are some people who don't wish to apply for scholarship and loan. So if we check and we find that you have not applied for scholarship and loan, then we shall require you to pay all the fees of your program. If you are doing Education Arts, you will be required to pay 183,600, at least half, because the fees are paid half one semester, half the other semester. So kindly, you need to apply for loan and scholarship at the timelines that have been given by the government, also to avoid missing out. Are hostels available and is feeding included? Now, I will be communicating through the student portal notice board, through the WhatsApp group, and text message on when they'll be available for booking. They are there, but we shall allow people to book. And of course, there are some people who will miss, but we have so many hostels outside the university. So those who have booked, in terms of feeding, people cook their food. You are allowed to come with your gas. In all the universities, no one feeds anybody in the university. You either cook or you buy food at a very subsidized rate in the university cafeteria. I think that one completes that. So tomorrow I must visit an Equity Bank. Once the application portal is open, si lazima ufanye kesho. You can do it next week. Yeah, it is only going to be open tomorrow. That means you can do it in the course of next week. Now I've given the checklist, so you can from tomorrow be checking. What do I have? So like you're saying, you can go to the Equity Bank tomorrow, open an account, you can check the guarantors, go to them, talk to them, convince them so that they're able to assist you, talk to your parents. So those are the things you'll be doing, and checking what do you have, what don't you have, so that by the time you are starting to do the application, you have all the requirements. Back to you, Kevin.
Yes, thank you so much, John. I think I don't know whether we are having any more questions. And I think if there's none at that point in time, please feel free to join the WhatsApp group link that has been shared, and it can also be shared. There's there's some two questions here. Are you supposed to come with bedding, and also will this continue for 4 years? Maybe you can answer that, then we can close that session.
Yes, so in terms of beddings, we normally have the mattresses within the hostels. So you just come with vitu za kujifunika na vitu zingine na mavazi yako. Otherwise the mattresses are normally there. Then what else? I think I saw something. Will this continue for 4 years? No. After you have created the profile and now have all your details. What you'll be doing every
Hello.
year is only to apply. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So for the scholarship and loan, yes, for the scholarship and loan, you'll only be every year, you'll only be applying in a very short way. Just saying that now I'm in second year, now I'm applying again for scholarship and loan. Hivyo tu. Lakini because now you are starting, this where you need to provide the details of guarantors, upload passport photographs, give details of the university, the secondary, the primary you are in. So it is only now that you will provide more details. But then for the subsequent application, it will be actually very easy. You just do it within some few minutes in your phone and you are through. Some 2 or 3 minutes and then you're through. Any other question? Nadhani hakuna. Somebody has asked if they can access school for assistance of application. Anybody who is around the university can actually come for assistance. They can be assisted. And also please note that you can still go to the Huduma Center. You can still be assisted to apply for this funding because we have personnel from HELB in most of the Huduma centers who will be able to assist you. Also, the students who are now in the university and are in long holiday can still assist you to apply for this particular funding. So Kevin, I think maybe tunaweza malizia sasa.
Yes, thank you so much, Registrar. Thank you, Frederick, and also thank you to everyone who joined us today. Do continue keep having the conversations, join your WhatsApp group, and again, we'll also share the same to those who have not been able to join us. Also, once again, and I think just to make sure that we have these, we'll please mark this registration just to show that you are here. So I'll be sharing a link on the chat right now. Please fill that form so that we just know that you are able to attend this session. So please fill that registration form. It's like an attendance form, and we'll be happy to also continue supporting you. I've also shared it on the chat, and it will also be shared with you if you're able to also watch the recording. So I think with that, maybe unless there's anything else, John, I think we can end this session.
Yes, thank you very much, Kevin. And I think we have had the first successful session. I don't think any university has already had this session. I think we are the first university. And this is because we really value our students and we want you or your process of joining the university to be as smooth as possible. And that's why we'll keep giving you this information and our communication is going to be open. Remember, in our subgroups, we have the main WhatsApp group for admission, and we have the WhatsApp groups for every faculty. And I'm hoping that all of you have been invited to those groups. Now, those groups are meant for academic purposes only or to assist you. And whenever you have any challenge, kindly feel free, go to those WhatsApp groups, look at the admins who are there, and take their numbers, chat with them, tell them your challenges, ask them for any assistance where you need any assistance, and call admission office. Our numbers are there so that we are able to assist you in this journey so that it feels good and it feels easy. Isikuwe ngumu. Anytime you have any challenge, kindly contact us. So I'll be putting the COOPS program code in the students notice board in the student portal so that you are able to get those codes correctly as you do the application. And I think with that, let me wish you good evening, and let's continue interacting and assisting each other until we reach here. So I think with that, let me ask Kevin to give us the closing prayer as we exit.
Okay, thank you. Let
Kevin?
us
Yes.
pray. Yes, let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for the day that you've given unto us. We started with you, and we ask that you guide us and protect us. So we've had a very successful engagement in our past years. We've been able to understand about their higher education funds and also all aspects regarding being admitted to Tharaka University. And I can't thank you enough for the blessings. Even as we retire to different places of rest, may you guide us, keep us in good health, and all glory and honor go back unto you. For I pray this, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Sawa sawa,
Okay.
Kevin. Thank
Have
you
a
very
nice
much. And
okay.
yes, asante.
Okay, thank you.